Hey guys, this is Lola Shae from the Lola Shae Show. Tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock right here on IAXISRADIO.com for hot topics, cool conversation, and me, your host. Gotta love it. See you there.
IAXIS Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
IAXIS Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Welcome to IAXIS Radio. We are the future of radio and podcast. Our reach is limitless. We embark on the now. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow is evermore.
IAXIS Radio, the future of radio and podcasts. No limit to what.
Do not fear. IAXIS is here to protect the sounds of our city. Let the music play.
Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Lola Shae. I am the host of your Lola Shae Show, and we are right here on IAXISRADIO.com as we are on every Monday at 7 p.m. We're running ish, but we are restreamable all hours of the day and night. So if you do miss us while we are live, then you can catch us on all streaming platforms, and we'll be very happy that you did. You can take this time out now to like and subscribe to the channel. Our subscribers is getting up there, and I'd like to say thank you. Talking about channel wide, so we're up in the thousands now. Shout out to everybody who's ever contributed and whoever will. We love you so very, very much. Just wanted to get into it, but before we do, I want to take this time out to shout out my sponsors, without which this wouldn't, I mean, it might happen. It might still happen because I'm a determined soul, but it wouldn't be as fun without them, you know? And it wouldn't be the same experience. So I definitely want to give a shout out to the Dr. Dre Victory Foundation. They're doing great work over there with diabetes prevention and awareness, just getting the word out, trying to prevent amputations and other complications caused by diabetes. So I want to make sure that I give all of the shout outs, all of the help, all of the advertisement, all of the time that I possibly can to their projects and things that they're doing over there. So I want to give a separate shout out to Dr. Jerry. I think I have a nice photo I found of him. I think he'll like it, even though he can't see it. But shout out to Dr. Dre. Got the chance to hang out with him this week while he did a little interview for another podcast. It was very cool and nice to meet you too, T-Money. But yeah, it's always awesome hanging out with him. Very much enjoy his time. He's been a mentor to me. He's taught me quite a lot, whether I like it or not. But, you know, sometimes that's how you got to get it, right? So I want to definitely make sure I take the time out to say hello and shout him out. I know he's listening. Also want to give a shout out to the East New York Oasis Community Garden, located at 2539 Pickens Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. in the heart of East New York. And I want to say shout out to everybody that's contributing and helping out over there, doing great work. I want to definitely say thank you to all the members, all of the volunteers, all of the contributors and supporters. It definitely, it's getting better, and it's all thanks to you guys. So I want to say that. Sure. This episode we are going to be focusing on, I don't know, as usual, current events. I want to check back into this Charlie Kirk situation because it's I'm not going to say it's spiraling, but it's interesting to say the least. Bill Gates is up to his normal, unnecessary, no-goodisms in his desire to reduce our population. I don't think he thinks that we remember that. I think we're in the era of everybody's blaming everything on AI. So I personally saw the TED Talk years ago, and was shocked and appalled when I saw it. And it's been resurfacing lately where he said through vaccines and other methods, they intend to reduce the Earth's population by at least 15%. So I'd say this was pre-corona, which is also AI saturation. But there's still people who want to argue me down and say that it's not real, it's fake. Meanwhile, they're recalling all of the vaccines. They are suing some of the vaccine makers, even though they tried to get loopholes put in where they couldn't be sued. But the loophole, people put some other loopholes in there, and now they are being sued. So thankfully, God is good. And then we have, I don't know, just the general insanity of the show, the world, and New York in general. So we're going to take this quick break and pop a little video in there while I get myself oriented. Ciao. Pray for anybody trying to ride the subway these days. They're scheming on raising our fare, and yet the restrictions in the service isn't getting any better. The security is definitely not getting any better. They think they can throw up a couple of little barriers and save the world, but it's going to be a little bit more complicated than that. I think all of the combined organizations really need to come to the realization that mental health and focus on mental health and mental wellness is a key to them successfully moving forward. Long as they have this capitalistic us versus them, meaning them, the corporations, versus us, the people, mentality, they're going to keep being basically just purely materialistic and capitalist in the idea that they're not really concerned about the repercussions of their business dealings, just the profit margin. So, bottom line is $. That's how they really feel. And they show us every day. So we have to come up with methods and means to protect ourselves, to defend ourselves. And in some cases, completely step away from some of the consumerism that we've gotten ourselves caught up in as of late. But there are people who are going to disagree. Amazon is still popping, even though, the boycotts are supposed to be on, not stopping their bottom line. So they're shopping. Even if they're not going in the store, they're still shopping. So fast fashion is still piling up tons and tons and tons of used clothes that nobody wants because it really has no value when it's being mass produced and they selling it so cheaply these days with the Temus and the Sheins and the other outlets to, I'm not going to say subpar quality because some of that stuff is actually pretty good. But it's definitely not on par with what one would call couture or anything like that. So, I mean, even though they like to masquerade as such. So yeah, like I said, we're going to take this time out, pop a little video in there, viewer's choice. They picked it, I didn't, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, this is Lola Lola Shae from the Lola Shae Show. Tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock right here on IAXISRADIO.com for hot topics, cool conversation, and me, your host. Gotta love it. See you there.
You block my flow, you hurt my heart, you rip my soul. Where you be at, I just don't know. Girl, now you gotta go. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go.
You cramp my style, you block my flow. But when you hang out with your girls, you don't let me know. Not trying to say your ass is fast, but you might be, yo. Telling me it's a hard task, but you ask for dough. Whoa, not happen, you love me, my stop capping. You want me to stop rapping, support me is what you lacking. You're hating, I'm not jacking. You playing, I'm on facts when I tell you to get your shit, my split, and get the packing, cuz.
You crack my style, you block my flow. You hurt my heart, you rip my soul. Where you be at, I just don't know. Girl, now you gotta go. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go.
I don't understand why this girl be trying to play me. This love shit is kinda scary, cause it kinda drive me crazy. All I do is try to love you, but you mentally betray me. Raised a boy into a man and he wasn't even my baby. Shit, you want some sneak shit, you take my kindness for weakness. Because my pocket's the deepest, you was lying to me with sweetness. But your sour love got me smoking sour bud, and I want you out in the hour. Bitch, relationship is a dub.
You crack my style, you block my flow. You hurt my heart, you rip my soul. Where you be at, I just don't know. Girl, now you gotta go. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go.
Shout out to Naija Child, she's gonna kick me in the throat. Shout out to Naija Chanel and World of Rama over there. Well, Naija Chanel and her momager. On a big shout out to the momagers out there, keeping their people safe, making sure they're not being taken advantage of on business, on personal, on anything. I love them for that, right? I had the opportunity to meet her and her mom when I interviewed her before, and it was awesome. She's awesome. Very talented young lady, very pleasant. Yeah, I like it. And I want to shout out World of Rama over there, Grind Hard TV, doing big things. I see you out there, bro. Ham. Appreciate you checking in. Always supporting the show. Who else are we shouting out? We got to shout out Renewal Wellness Center and Therapy for Black Girls, because I think they're doing awesome work out there. Like I said earlier, mental health is extraordinarily important. So we can't really shirk on that part. Like, people worry about what they look like. They worry about their health, physical health, but a lot of attention is not being put into mental health. And I think that definitely should change. It's not really complicated, honestly. Okay, so yeah, your boy over here, Bill Gates, back to my original topics. Bill Gates has been experimenting with people's lives on a regular basis, actually, and getting away with it because they're making so much money over there. Now, let's all remember that Bill Gates got famous from Microsoft, from Google, from computer programs and whatnot. I don't know who decided that he was going to be our vaccine czar or our healthcare go-to guy with him and the Melinda Gates Foundation, but they have gotten so powerful in some countries that they're being run out. Hi to you, Tara Vocals by Jamel Jones. Hope all is well with you. Good to see you online. Great to see you in the chat. Always happy to see you here. But your boy, yeah, he's tripping. So he's over there in Africa currently, pretending to come up with a fix for the malaria situation that they're having over there. So ideally, he claims to be manufacturing genetically modified mosquitoes. So basically, all male mosquitoes, that they'll all be born male, specifically because only the females are the ones who bite people. So they bite to, feed their young or whatever. The males don't bite. So they're trying to, but what they're finding is that once he got over there, the malaria rates actually went up as opposed to going down like he claimed they would. And that's been a reoccurring thing. Like, he would go over here, he'll say, okay, we come over here, we're going to help you with this medical situation. He claimed he wanted to eradicate polio. Maybe I'm ignorant, but I thought that we eradicated polio already. But I heard that there has been like an uprising, outbreak, or whatever we're calling it, of polio, interestingly enough, which is a debilitating disease that affects muscular and skeletal development, causing excruciating pain and debilitating disabilities. So the person is physically I'm not gonna say unable because I think it was fifth through 8th grade. One of my teachers had polio. He was actually one of my favorite teachers. So it's not completely limiting. And I don't believe any illness is completely limiting. Actually, let me take that back because some guy's going to call and cuss me out about that, right? Like, oh, my brother's got such and such and such, fill in the blank, and he can't help himself. Okay. Again, I do also believe it depends on a lot of other factors. But determination not to submit to the disease definitely plays a big part in your quality of life going forward after the fact, right? So, yeah, he's over there messing with the mosquitoes. He's got ties to Monsanto. You know, we discussed Monsanto last week and the shenanigans that they got going on. It's like when people start kowtowing and deferring to people without proper qualifications, I get very concerned, especially when it has to do with my health specifically, not mine, because I'm not taking anything that he has anything to do with on purpose. Nothing. If he says the vaccine is good, I'm not taking it. I recall a friend of mine mentioning, I think it was a hepatitis vaccine. It was like, did you take the hepatitis vaccine? And I'm like, no, are you retarded? And they're like, oh my gosh. Like wondering why I responded like that. But I'm not taking anybody's vaccine at this particular period of time right here where their gain of functions and all kinds of weird things they doing to the people's. I mean, right now the coronavirus is still having adverse effects. People are still developing blood clots. They're trying to say that they're not connected, but we know better. And this from something that they said was, it's safe. It was approved. FDA will approve anything. Okay, they approve a certain amount of flies heads in your fig Newtons. All right, so they'll. Don't give too much stock in what the FDA approves. All right. Is it mom approved? Absolutely not. It's absolutely not mother approved. So don't give it to your damn kids. Okay. So what else we got going on here? So we got infertility versus nation building. And that's a cockeyed topic, right? Or a title for a topic, but it's true. So on one hand, you have people who are still shaming people for having multiple kids, right? That's what this is about. Stop shaming people, first of all. But you got people shaming people for multiple kids. This lady had such and such many kids, and either it's by the same father or it's not by the same father, but, you know, she ain't worth shit because she had all these kids, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, there are people fighting, dying, crying, making commercials left and right about infertility, the birth rates is dropping, nobody's having no babies, blah, 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 blah. So count your blessings. Be happy that somebody is still, because when you don't see pregnant women, when you don't see any children running around, your attitude will definitely change, okay? And luckily, God loves us, so we're still popping out babies all over the place. Africa has the highest fertility rates in the nation at like damn near 9 children per family, which is crazy. But yeah, they if the white folks are not doing the populating, they should be very happy to know that the black people are taking over for them. So don't worry, we got this future population thing worked out really good for you. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry. I'm sorry, I had to laugh. I had to. Necessary. It was necessary for the white supremacists, which is a great segue into my Charlie Kirk continuation. So, as we know, this young man was unfortunately taken out in a live broadcast in front of thousands and thousands. That was sad enough, right? But then the government stepped in, and anytime the government steps in at personal matters, it's a problem. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care what the explanation, what the excuse or whatever we're calling it. It's a problem. So we had his memorial this week. We had his wife who got up there, and again, like I said, she is no Jackie O, child. Okay, she is no Jackie Kennedy, excuse me, because she wasn't Jackie O yet. She was still Jackie K. So she's no Jackie anything. Miss Erica over here told me she's going to take over as CEO to his hate organization, masquerading as a religious political thing, amalgamation of sorts. Yeah, but like I said before, when you preach hate tends to have the uncanny tendency of circling back around. That's just how the universe works. So, yeah, but we had a whole lot of backlash, and I had a neighbor and a viewer, thank you for checking out the show, come to me and tell me, he was checking out the show last week, and I was talking about the penalization that podcasters and other people, myself included, have received for speaking out against certain topics. So he was trying to tell me that, he thinks that the topic is very important and should be discussed. And I'm like, yeah, definitely. But the person that's discussing it has to be brave enough to say that they don't really care what the repercussions are, that they're going to continue to speak on whatever the topic is. And a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people trying to make this their bread and butter. This is important. Me, I'll just start another show. Aw, you just canceled this one? I'll start another one. No problem. But I don't, at the same time, I have other people that I am accountable to. And like specifically the channel. So I try to have a little bit of concern and consideration about what I say, because I don't want the backlash to go past me. Because like I said, I could take it. But when you start involving other people that I care about, I don't want them to face any kind of repercussions because of my big mouth, But I say that to say they wanted me to bring up the fact that they are lynching young men left, right, and center. As a matter of fact, between the time that I spoke to him, which was about 2 days ago, and today's broadcast, they actually found a second grader hung up in the bathroom at his school. Nobody has any explanation. I find that terrifying to start because it's a second grader. Kids historically have been, exempted up until a certain age. Like we've had 12, 14-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 10-year-olds. Actually, they adultify the freak out of our children, if I'm perfectly honest. But generally speaking, society-wise, children were off limits, right? But that, with the continued adultification and sexualization of our children that we are experiencing these days, they're not as protected and set aside as they used to be. So pretty much expect more and more insanity directed towards children to be coming up in the future. I'm not hoping for it. I'm just warning you that this is a thing. It's a pattern, and it's not going to blame it all on the pedophile. Blame it on the people who want to adultify your children. They don't want them to be children. They don't want them to be under your protection. They want them to be wandering the streets at their own discretion where they are vulnerable. It's not really complicated. It's sad, but not complicated. All we can do is, again, the village is necessary. It's needed. It's important. It's mandatory at this point. There has to be somebody looking out for somebody else. It can't just be about your kids, because what about when your kids are inside and you aren't? There are other kids out there. So it's not just about your kid. And as long as long as it's not my kid, the possibility of it being your kid goes up exponentially. Okay? Long as the attitude that it shouldn't be anybody's kid, then the numbers start going back down. If that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. I think I got a pretty smart audience. I don't know why they're fighting for cake in Lagos, but it's weird. And I want to ask my peoples, but I haven't been over there. So you need to get over to Amala Junction and get you some of that good authentic Nigeria food over there. 1039 Belmont Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Epic, excellent, wonderfulness. Shout out to you, Devon Franklin. How are you? Good to see you again. Congrats on your broadcast. I got a chance to check it out. Loved it. Gotta support my peoples on the channel, all my peoples that's doing awesome things. I love you guys. I love creative people. I like talented people. I like people who are not afraid to think outside of the box. And that's going to be needed more and more as well. And the network is necessary. So that's what we're doing here. We're building a network. We're supporting businesses. We're supporting other podcasts. There are podcasts and there are people who have podcasts and they would never in life of everness shout out another podcast. Like, why would I do that? Because it's the right thing to do. Because we all are here trying to do the same thing. So shout out to all the other podcasts on this platform. Y'all know what my favorites are. All of them. I'll get out of that. And, yeah, that part. Oh, we working it out. Shout out to Al doing his thing in the building. Busy as usual. Booked and blessed, as I like to say. He's an invaluable part of this show. So it literally would absolutely not happen without Al. So it's not an exaggeration at all. Where would I be without him? In my house. But I'm not bringing guests to my house, so there's that part. But you can do it in your house. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. Keep the good info coming. I appreciate you, Tara. Really, I try. You know, I've been checking you out, and you are a very, very big supporter of all of the shows on this platform. And I want to give for me and everybody else, whether they have or not, I want to say we love you and we appreciate you and thank you. And please keep up the good work. A lot of people are it takes a lot to make this happen. And if you've ever contributed, like I said, you are right here in my heart, and okay. Anywho, I am not keeping you guys all day, so I know we got in here a little late, but we still will be getting out of here on time because people have things to do. But yeah, so there's been this thing lately called it's basically a cake party. So every attendee to the cake party has to bring a cake. What is necessary. Amen. Thank you. Oh, you know what? We got to get a little commercial for your vocal, or if you have one, please send it to me, because I would love to put it up during the show. You support me, I have to support you. It's only necessary, and you do good work, and you have a beautiful voice. So want everybody to hear it and know about it if I can possibly. Yeah, but they're doing a cake party. So as an invitee to the cake party, you have to bring a whole cake. So you bring the cake to the cake party, and then you get a few minutes to go around and sample a piece of X amount of the cake. Not all of the cakes, obviously, depending on how many people you done invite. If you invited 100 people, bitch, nobody's eating 100 pieces of cake. Well, actually, I know a couple people who would try to take some of them shits home and bust that down over the course of a week. But I'm not eating 100 pieces of cake, all right? I'm barely eating that one. I'm getting rid of all that frosting. You can keep that shit. Make my tooth hurt. Anyway. So you have the different photos and videos of people in their different cake party. Thank you. You're welcome. Appreciate you. You can send it to, let me see. Yeah, send it to Al. I wanted to tell you, like, which email? I have to cut down some of these emails. I have way too many emails. And then I don't even read the emails that's in the different emails. Like, I got to do something about this. It's like, oh, you need a separate email for that. No, just send everything to my personal email, because that's the only one I'm going to actually read. Who's got time? It's like already 10,000 emails in the Lola Shae Show email archive thing. It's insane. Who's reading those? I'll have to get an intern at some point. Not right now. Not right now, but at some point. I like the idea of hiring, job promotion, job creation, and stuff like that. Anyway, so the cake party. Everybody shows a picture of them, and they got their Bridgerton outfits on, and it's like a big tea party, and they're going. Man, they did this shit. Somebody decided they was going to try to do this shit in Lagos, Nigeria. And them people lost their ever-loving mind. They was fighting over cake. Then you had the podcasters they got online. Like, oh, they're making us look bad. They're making us look bad. I don't think it was necessary. And I'm going to have that video. When y'all see the video, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. Like, we having some serious difficulty. Well, I am. I thought I downloaded it, and then you go back, and there's no attachment in the thingy. There's nothing. I'm like, but I sent it. And he's like, there's nothing there. So it happens more times than I like to admit. But we getting it together. Probably I'll have it up there for you guys next week. If I don't get cursed out about it between now and then. A lot of people have a lot to say about the show. I just want them to like and subscribe, maybe. I don't mind if they say stuff, as long as they say it in the comments section. Like, get that algorithm to bump in a little bit. You know? They want to text me, email me, Facebook message me, Instagram message me, and say some of the craziest thing. But it takes a lot of, I'm not an extroverted person. So this, for me, is not easy. I just think that it may at some point become necessary. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and I kind of want to help with that. There's a lot of negatively charged news, and I want to kind of combat that. And then again, I want to build a network of people and like-minded people, you know, a tribe of sorts, of creatives, intellectuals. Verbs. People doing verbs. I like verbs. Are you cooking? Are you teaching? Are you learning? Are you doing? If so, this is the tribe for you, because we are teaching, learning, doing, working, all of those things with ing on the back. So those are the people that I like to surround myself with. And I believe that we can all help each other. Because if I ever know somebody that needs the thing that you know how to do, I'm sending them your way. It's not an ego thing. It's not a me thing at all. We do better when we work together. It's just how God made us. Ultimately. So, and I think I had 3 topics. We only really talked about 2 and a quarter. But I still enjoy talking to you guys every single week. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I know it's something that I was supposed to be saying that I'll probably remember on my trip home. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Al. So this week I went out. I got out this weekend. I did. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the hell out of myself, actually. So first I'm going to throw the flyer up there. So it was a music festival out in East New York. Now this is significant because East New York has never, ever, 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 ever had such fuckery going on in East New York. We got BRC Day, which is in Brownsville. We got Wingate, where they do the concerts at, which is not in East New York. We have things going on all over Brooklyn, just none in East New York specifically, where I currently reside. Now, there are things in Bed-Stuy. There's movie nights downtown. There's stuff in Prospect Park all the time. Shout out to the Botanical Gardens. But nothing in East New York. So the awesome folks our local legislators, Assemblywoman Nikki Lucas. Shout out to her. I got to give her a big hug. I'm glad she remembered me. I remember you, boo. And you are doing awesome things out there. I want to give a big shout out to her. Again, verbing out there in the world in a big way. These guys are verbing in a big way. And usually I talk Mughal shit to and about politicians. But when they're doing the right thing consistently, you have to give them the flowers. Because nobody else is going to, first of all. They hear the complaints all day long. So definitely giving them some joy in their lives, I'm sure it's got to be better than niggas complaining all the time, okay? So shout out to Nikki Lucas and DJ, what is his name? DJ Watkins, also from East New York. I think DJ Watkins might work. Anyway, I'm going to find that out before I put that out there. I'm going to find out if he wants that out there before I put that out there. So, yeah, but he does a lot of work in my neighborhood. I know that for an absolute fact. A lot of work in Cypress, a lot of work. Beacon, a lot of work. And the schools, a lot of work in the immediate community. And him and Nikki Lucas are not single-handedly, obviously, because it took a lot of people to put that thing together. I want to give a big shout-out to Rick Martin as well, who put me on to it. But yeah, a lot of people went into putting this together, just so that everybody can feel included in the joy, you know? Like I said, East New York has not had pretty much anything going on in there, for just us, for the hell of it, for free. So shout out to, and also Chris Banks, some councilman. He's a councilman. Councilman Chris Banks. His fine ass. Anyway. Yeah, great weekend. So let's see who was out there. So it was a 4-day festival. So that's Watkins and I think that's Grandmaster D from Houdini. Don't hold me to that. Somebody gonna have something to say. I got that wrong. But I know Damon Wembley was out there, Kool Rock Ski from the Fat Boys. We had some politicians floating and some other politicians floating around out there. We had Evelyn Champagne King. Yeah, that's Chris Banks and Watkins again. These are different days. So the first day was Latin music, soca, reggae, merengue, all of the countries, right? The second day was house music. You know, they was hyped out there. It was real hyped out there the second day. And the crowds just kept getting bigger and bigger and freaking bigger. By the time Saturday rolled around, Saturday was hip-hop. They had, and hip-hop and R&B was Saturday. They had Evelyn Champagne King. They had Brand Nubian. They had a couple other people. They always listen. I was out there enjoying myself. I wasn't taking inventory of it. All right? But it was dope. The vibe was unmatched. It was awesome. It was like a really big family reunion / block party. And they actually did block off like both lanes, all 4 lanes of Van Sicklen back there behind Starlight City in East New York. And it went off without a hitch. No, I think we did have like a medical emergency, but no drama, no fights, no argument, no any kind of negativity whatsoever. It was so much fun. Of course, I got my 2-step on 3 out of the 4 days. The 4th day, I didn't want to leave out the 4th day. The 4th day was Hezekiah Walker. I had to slip that in there. Hi. I tickle myself. Y'all know that. 4th day was Hezekiah Walker, and they had live jazz playing out there. It just was a great weekend all around. And I want to say thank you to all of the contributors, all of the people who put it together, all of the people who made it awesome. I do plan on having something to do with it floating around come next year. I don't know what, but something. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I spoke to Miss Lucas, our assemblywoman, our esteemed assemblywoman, about having her come in and sit down with us. And would you believe that? Looking forward to that shit for sure. For absolute sure. I'm trying to get Chris in here. Try to get, man, if I could get Adams to sit next to me right here. I got some questions. But yes. I think I'm going to let her be the kickoff to my interviews, because we're going back into that format. Not that I don't enjoy just talking to you guys for an hour, because I do. I really do. But on the other hand, I need like some company. I want somebody to talk to. I'm lonely. Okay? And with that being said, I just want to remind you guys that we do have a call-in number that's floating around across the bottom of your screen. And I did write it down. So let me, my note-taking process leaves a whole lot to be desired. It's good for when I'm trying to learn stuff, but I got to work on when I need to regurgitate it. It's all over the place. So that's because as I think of it, I write it down. And it might not necessarily be in any particular kind of order. And I write a lot. And now we got pages and pages of stuff, and I was going to flip through it. People bear with me. I don't got no teleprompters, no cue cards. I don't really want none, because then I got to read that, read the script, read the chat, there's a lot of reading. Reading is freaking fundamental. Pardon me. And I'm blind. Y'all just don't know how blind I really am. I'm talking the numbers is, how when you go and you see the reading glasses and they say like 325, 400, blah, 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 right? No. Think bigger. Think higher. Think way, way higher. Think everything blurs out when the glasses is off. So if you ever see me walking around, people be like, oh, I was calling you. You didn't see me? First of all, no, I did not see you. And don't call me like that. You'd be better up walking up on me than, well, I don't know if I want to even say that. Text me, damn it. Text me. Let's see. Oh, they playing in y'all faces with these short-term rentals too. They banned the short-term rentals, restricted all kinds of being able to rent out your apartments in your house. And that has historically been the way that old ladies and people on fixed incomes get additional income into their house. Much needed income into their house. But you have hotel lobbies, which I think all lobbies should be banned. All lobbies banned. Okay? Because the special interest groups, in this case the hotels, got these lobbies that pay your politicians thousands and thousands of dollars in donations to pass the laws that they want passed. Ultimately, that's how it works. Okay, so start a lobby, join the lobby, become the lobby, but that's the way this works, okay? So they pay these people, like if you guys was to ever go and find out how much money Israel, specifically, I can't get off of their asses at all. If you ever check out how much money Israel, the Israeli lobby, which is called AIPAC, if you ever check out how much money them people give our politicians, our elected politicians, our paid with our tax money politicians to pass pro-Israel legislations and restrictions. And if you ever wonder where the strength of anti-Semitism comes from, it's that lobby, okay? And lobbies like it. So the tobacco lobby, which is not as strong as it once was, but it's still quite strong. The oil people, the pharmaceutical people, the small, the special interest groups, okay, which all of them can be considered special interests because they all have their own special interest, their own particular agendas, and they pay. They have their lobbies go and pay the politicians to pass the laws that benefit their countries, their companies. Lord, child. I know it's past my bedtime, y'all. But yeah, without strong opposition, laws get passed that do not benefit us at all, and we're stuck wondering how that happened. I just want to give a little clearance, a little somebody's calling. It's not me, though. I didn't do it. Anyway, so like I said, I was trying not to go over. I'm going to gonna have to see you guys next week because people, like I said, got stuff to do. I can't hold you guys all night, even though I could sit here and talk forever. I could get my 24-hour filibuster on, but I don't think y'all guys would appreciate that. Y'all go right to sleep on my ass. But anyway, shout out to you, Abby. I was waiting to see you. It was looking very sad without you in the chat, Abby Justice. My oldest and dearest friend. You and Macau Blunt are my two longest known friends. Like, I've known you guys the longest and consistently. And you, Abby Justice, have been consistently the same individual since I met you. And I think that is priceless. Absolutely priceless in this day of wishy-washy. Here today, gone tomorrow. Like you today, don't like you tomorrow. No conditions. All the conditions as world that we live in today. And with that being said, I'm going to shift on out to my goodbye video. And I'll be back next week to run my mouth some more. Hey guys, this is Lola Shae from The Lola Shae Show. Tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock right here on IAXISRADIO.com for hot topics, cool conversation, and me, your host. Gotta love it. See you there.
It's sad to think we're not gonna make it. And it's gotten to the point where we just can't think it. Ooh, for some ungodly reason, just won't let it die. No, I guess neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye. Oh, I keep wondering what I'm gonna do without you. And I guess you must be wondering the same thing too. Ooh, so we go on together, living a life. 'Cause neither one of us wanna be the first to say goodbye. Every time I find the nerve, every time I find the nerve to say I'm leaving. Oh, the memories, those old memories, they get in my way. Oh, Lord knows it's only me. Oh, He knows it's only me that I'm deceiving. Ooh, when it comes to saying goodbye, that's a simple word that I just cannot say. There's no possible way this can have a happy ending. I don't see it, baby. No. So we just go on, go on hurting and pretending. just one more try. Because neither one of us wants to be the first to say. Neither one of us wants to be the first to say. Oh, neither one of us wants to be the first to say. Farewell, my love. Goodbye. Oh.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for the Lola Shae Show.